Hey guys, Jacob here, New Sounds and Old, back with a new video. Hope you're all doing well. It's been a while, as it always has when I find the time to do these videos. Anyways, lots to show you today. New purchases. Gonna go right into it. First new purchase is a new record case, flight case, if you will. I've been very fortunate to have been asked to do a couple of DJ gigs lately, which I really enjoy. Um, I'm going to be showing you some records that I played very recently, like just the week before last, I think. And this type of record case or flight case, if you will, is just the easiest way to move or to transport your records when going out to doing something like a DJing gig. This one is the one that I bought very recently. This one holds about 60 single disc 12-inch records. And I mean, you kind of get the point, I would think. It opens up like this. Um, these are really secure and they won't open. They even come with like small keys, so you can actually lock it, so that if somehow you lose your records, then it won't be that easy to get into the case. Opens up like this. The lid actually, can stay on or it comes off, and then inside there's some padding to secure the records. And yeah, I've really been enjoying. Yeah, that won't happen now. I won't get that together now. Really been enjoying the flight cases like this one. There's a couple of cats in the room, so if I have some sort of technical issue, it's probably because of cats. Um, so this one is the latest flight case that I bought. A while ago I bought this one, which as you can see is a lot bigger. This one holds 100, up to 100 single disc 12-inch records. Only issue is that when you have 100 albums in one case, it gets heavy as frick. And so I really wanted to get something that was a bit smaller. And then if you want more records to be able to play at a DJing gig, I can always buy another one of that size. But yeah, I mean, this is still a good case, but 100 albums gets really heavy. So I got a smaller one, and I mean both of them go in addition. Sorry, I'm making a bit of a noise here. In addition to some of the first ones I got, which are these really cute small ones, which is for 7-inch singles. This one holds I think about 60. This one is crammed with the records that I'm going to show you in a second. I have two of these, and I've been buying a lot of 7-inch singles recently because it's just an easy way to play and to, when out DJing. I think for me it's the preferred format. If I don't do DJing with like MP3 files or WAV files or whatever, I do from vinyl, and 7-inch singles, if you can get hold of them, is the easiest way to shift records, because if you have like an album or like a 12-inch single or whatever, you have to spend time to find the song that you actually want to play. With a 7-inch single, it's the first and only song on each side normally. So this has really been helpful, and it's been a really good choice. And I'm very much striving to find a lot of 7-inch singles, a big variety of 7-inch singles. Obviously, when it comes to music from say 95 and onwards, there aren't that many. Um, but it's still, so you have to probably there bring an album or a compilation which also, you know, compilations are good because they save you space. Instead of bringing like 10 different records, you can, if you're lucky, have a compilation that features songs from the 10 records that you want to bring with you. But 7-inch singles, excuse me, is definitely a big thing for me when buying records for DJing purposes. I'm gonna put this off here. It's not in the picture, so, and it won't make a lot of noise. Good. But I'm gonna show you some 7-inch singles that I've been buying recently, and these are like 70s and 80s. Most of them are disco, soul, funk, because that's really what I'm into at the moment. Some of them are like 80s pop, but still really good music. Let's start off. This is a band called Fox the Fox and Precious Little Diamond. This is a really good 80s song, 84. I don't recall. It says management somewhere in the Netherlands, so I'm guessing that they were a group from the Netherlands. But Fox the Fox, Precious Little Diamond. That's a good song. Eddie Grant's Electric Avenue. I mean, that's a hit for sure. Ice House, Hey Little Girl. That's a big song. Was a big song for me in the 80s as well. Let's see where we are stacking all these singles here. I mean, come on, Chaka Khan, I Feel For You. What's not to like? Nick Kershaw, Wouldn't It Be Good? It would be good, and it is good. Yeah, next one is pop music from M. Remember that? Everybody talk about pop music. It's a good song, and I mean, playing these out when DJing, I mean, they just automatically, uh, you know, with the right crowd, like a crowd my age or older, um, but they hit home straight away. I mean, these songs are just killer. Miami Sound Machine, Dr. Beat, that's a good song. A band that as I recall, weren't too big over here in Europe, but they obviously were huge in the States. New Edition, Candy Girl, I believe, with Bobby Brown, the then to be husband of Whitney Houston. Um, oh, yeah, let's not talk about him. I guess he wasn't a good guy. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, Maid of Orleans, Joan of Arc, Maid of Orleans. That's a brilliant song. Brilliant 80s synth song. This was a big hit over here in Europe. Ryan Paris, Dolce Vita. I think I actually got two of these by mistake. This one I got from a friend, actually. This is, I think, a numbered Japanese release with some sort of cutout. I'm not sure why. I think that maybe there was a hot guy on the cover. This is John Parr's St. Elmo's Fire. The the theme song from St. Elmo's Fire, that movie with what, Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, Demi Moore, and what's his name, and what's her face. I don't recall all of the actors and actresses in this, but this was a good movie. I really liked that, and my crush on Demi Moore was huge after seeing this film. What do we have here? Picture Boys, West End Girls. That's a huge song for me. Chris Rea, I Can Hear Your Heartbeat. That's a good song. Ready for the World, Oh Sheila, like the biggest, best Prince song that Prince didn't write. I mean, this has Prince and the Revolution all over it, even with the outfits. These guys looking fab and swell here. But this was a good song for me as well. Let's see, what do we have here? Lionel Richie, All Night Long. All night long, all night. I actually didn't know that it has a subtitle in the parentheses, but All Night Long, Lionel Richie. His hair looking flawless as always. A couple of more here. Sandra, the German singer Sandra, I'll Never Be, Maria Magdalena, of course produced by Michael Cretu, who was also married to her, and he was the guy behind the Enigma project that came out some years later. Sandra, yeah, this has always been a favorite song of mine. Michael Sambello, a Maniac from the Flashdance soundtrack. Huge song, and that big scene with what was her name? Jennifer Beals, I think the actress name was, in Flashdance, where she's like running on the spot to this song like a maniac. Spandau Ballet, Gold, that's a big 80s song, has a brilliant saxophone solo, if I remember correctly. Donna Summer, She Works Hard for the Money. This appears to have been a copy with a radio station, Radio 86 somewhere. Yeah. I mean, Toto Africa, come on. That's a big song. Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart. I mean, 80s gold. Denise Williams, Let's Hear It for the Boy from the Footloose soundtrack. Always loved that song. Yeah, and those are the, I guess, the popular singles in this bunch here. Now comes some of the, now comes some of the disco, soul, and funk, and there are a lot. So I'm just gonna power through this. Taste of Honey, Boogie Oogie Oogie. Come on. Average White Band, Let's Go Round Again. I think that at least one guy in this band wasn't Caucasian, it looks like, but hey, still a great song. Bee Gees, Staying Alive. I mean, this just brings everyone to the floor, right? As does this one, or it should at least. George Benson, Give Me the Night. That's one of my favorite songs ever. A huge disco hit, Alicia Bridges, I Love the Nightlife, I Love the Boogie. Yeah. Carl Douglas, Kung Fu Fighting. Have you ever heard the song on the B-side, Gambling Man? If you haven't, you really should check it out. That is a killer song. And it has like a glam rock feel to it. So Kung Fu Fighting obviously is like a soul-y, funky, disco-y. And this was from 74, so this is the early, I think 74. This is the early days of disco. But Gambling Man on the B-side, wow. A couple of songs here from Chic. There's, Chic are one of my favorite bands. I Want Your Love. There is Le Freak. And there is Good Times. I mean, if you have these three and you're out DJing, play them because they are bound to fill up the dance floor. Absolutely astonishing. And the guy from Chic, the guitarist whose name I can't remember right now, played Denmark this summer, and I was not able to go, and still haunts me to this day. This is a cover song. This is Carol Douglas and Night Fever. Yes, this is the Bee Gees song, and it's in a different chord. It's in a different tempo. It goes a lot faster, and this, in my opinion, is far superior to the Bee Gees original version. But Carol Douglas and Night Fever, such a good song, such a good cover. And just to throw you off a bit, in the mix is a new song, or well, a newish song. I don't recall when this was originally released, but made famous recently for the appearance in, I think it was a TV show or a movie called Saltburn. Sophie Ellis Bextor, Murder on the Dance Floor, as she sings. This is a beautiful packaging, by the way. Comes with a printed inner sleeve with Miss Ellis Bextor looking all lovely there, and it is on red vinyl, I guess, to match the lipstick of Miss Ellis Bextor. It's a brilliant song. It's such a good song, and you know, all of a sudden this year, the people who weren't that old when it first came out a lot of years ago suddenly fell in love with the song and blasted it through to the top of the charts, and it has been reissued on a single. Good stuff. Best of My Love, Emotions. This one, Marvin Gaye, Got to Give It Up, parts 1 and 2. This is the song that Robin Thicke was, I guess found guilty of in a way copying or borrowing large portions. So if you like the what's it called, Blurred Lines, Robin Thicke, Justin Timberlake was on that. If you like that song, check out this one because it's quite similar actually. One of the queens of disco, Gloria Gaynor, Never Can Say Goodbye, and of course, I Will Survive. I mean, if you have those two, you're bound to be a successful DJ. Dan Hartman, Instant Replay. I don't have this in my stack right now for some reason, but yesterday I found Dan Hartman's single for this squeaky bit is the handle of the flight case, by the way. So I'm gonna pull out some singles now, and then there won't be any squeaking. But Dan Hartman did the "Relight My Fire," which British band Take That made a lot famous in the 90s, really famous in the 90s. His original single, I got that today. Shake It Up Tonight, Cheryl Lynn. This is a song that I fell in love with like last year because Dave Lee, who used to be called Joey Negro, but now he's Dave Lee, did a cover of this for his album from, well, was it 2022? But happy to find this in a really good state. Cheryl Lynn, McFadden and Winehead, Ain't No Stopping Us Now, and No There Is Not. Such a great song. Stephanie Mills, Never Knew Love Like This Before. Booker Newberry III, Love Town. If you don't know this song, this is a really, really good like disco boogie song. It's a slowest, it's a slower tempo than your average disco. It has more of a boogie feel. Such a good song. Odyssey, Use It Up and Wear It Out, famously known for, is it a whistle or a kazoo or something that's in this song? So good. Another Odyssey song going back to my roots. Yeah, that's right. There's an angry kitty in here. Peaches and Herb, Reunited, but the B-side, We Got the Love, is where it's at. Such a good song. This is a favorite of mine. Sharon Redd, Can You Handle It? Again, like a bit more laid back soul feel to it. This is from 80 something, 81, 82, I think. I don't recall now. Sharon Redd, Can You Handle It? An absolute beauty of a song. Couple of Diana Ross singles, Upside Down and I'm Coming Out. So good. Another favorite of mine, of course, famously known for being sampled on Will Smith's Men in Black and George Michael's Fast Love, Patrice Rushen, Forget Me Nots. And don't forget where that beat and that melody came from. It wasn't Will Smith or George Michael that came up with it. It's Patrice Rushen who came up with it to begin with. And that is through that bunch. I'm just gonna take out the last ones, the little flat case here. Sorry for the ruckus and the noise. A couple of singles from Imagination, Just an Illusion, I think their biggest hit. But my favorite from them is Music and Lights. Man, Music and Lights, such a good song. British acid jazz 90s outfit Incognito. Their cover of Stevie Wonder's Don't You Worry About a Thing. Brilliant song. On the B-side, there's a song called Colibri or something. I also got the 12-inch of that. That is really, really good acid jazz. Such a good song. Quincy Jones, I Know Corrida. I mean, another Chaka Khan, I'm Every Woman. Brilliant stuff. Stacy Lattisaw. If you don't know this one, jump to the beat. It's an early 80s like popish, not really disco feel, but more like pop with like I guess a disco boogie feel, but whatever. Such a good song. I got two different variants of that one actually. Sister Sledge, He's the Greatest Dancer. Made by the same guys that were behind Chic. What was his name? Come on, Bernard Williams. Bernard Williams was the bass player and the guitarist who also produced Madonna. He produced David Bowie. He produced INXS, Duran Duran, and his name is completely gone now. Sister Sledge, Donna Summer, can't we just sit down and talk it over? But the B-side, check it out. I Feel Love. Yes, I do. Oh man, the Tramps, Disco Inferno, the Whispers, and the beat goes on. I think that's it. No, there's one more. No, there's two more. Stevie Wonder, I Wish. And I wish that I'd catch this guy live. He played in Denmark in 2014 and I didn't go. Ah, man. And last but not least, I think I also got 2 copies of this one by now. Yarbrough and Peoples, Don't Stop the Music. Another great song. Some of the 7-inch singles that I've been buying recently, and the 7-inch flat case is empty now. Yeah, that's it for this video. Plowing through these singles, lots of more records to show you, but for now, from the Half, where is he? He's there. The Half and myself. Ta-da!